Happy Sunday, everybody. I'm Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. Can't talk already. Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and happy Sunday. Today is Sunday, May the 26th. And if you're watching this with us live, please say hi, hello, because we love to say hi and hello back. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, it's just youtube.com, search If You Have an Egg, or later on Facebook. And if you don't want to say hi and hello and you don't want to hear all of them, just go ahead and scroll over to about 10 minutes because that's when it starts winding down. Otherwise, we're going to say a lot of them. Hello, Renee, and it begins. And I see that Casey and Carol Lou are here. So it is Sunday, May the 26th. Hello, Rosie. And if you are in the United States, hello, Carol Lou. If you're in the United States, happy day before Memorial Day. Hello, Star. And if you are not in the United States, happy day before Monday. Yeah, so today is the day before our Memorial Day in the United States, and I was reminded earlier today that it is not Memorial Day in Canada. Hey, Kim, and hello, Trish from cloudy Irvine, California. Yeah, we've had scorching sun for days. Scorching sun. I'm going to have scorching sun for a few more days. Hello, Sandra. So yeah, hey, hello, and if anybody's new, I hope you will let us know because we love to say hi, hello, and all of the egglets that'll be on here tonight love to welcome the new people. Hello, Sandra. Hello, Kim. Hello, Betty from Memphis, Tennessee, from the other end of my state. Hello, Mary Ann from Pittsburgh. And hello, Debbie. Debbie hasn't said hi yet, but I see that she's on here. Hello, Rosie. Yeah, so it's going to be another awesome one. Hello, Sylvia, even though you haven't said hi yet. Hello, Evie. Oh, and that's John bringing Dusty back in. Hello, Connie. So we're going to say get all our highs and hellos done. Another Carol, hello. Hi, Lynn. Hello. Yeah, Lynn, Casey's been after me because she has become our mail queen, and so she's wanting to get your box together and get it to you. Hello, Chris. And yep, Carol Lou's from Pittsburgh too. Awesome, awesome. Hello, Orlando Debbie. Hello, Sandra from Memphis, Tennessee, also from the other end of the state. Hello, Trish. It's been really rainy where Trish is. Hey, Casey. Hi. Yeah, if Alyssa's there, hi. Hello, Sandy from Fullerton, California. Cloudy there too. Hello, Mindy, and happy almost Memorial Day from Charleston, South Carolina. Hello, Sandy. Yeah, so again, since there's more of y'all on here, if you are in the United States, happy day before Memorial Day, and if you're not, happy day before Monday. But in case you don't know this, if you're not from the United States, Memorial Day, hello, Sylvia from Canada, so it's not her Memorial Day yet, so sorry you don't get to eat tomorrow. Sorry. So sorry. Yeah. Oh, and John, Debbie says hi if you can hear me. And oh, Casey says that Alyssa screamed, no, nah. Good, awesome, because she's going to spend all day with me tomorrow, and we have a lot of water things ready to do. Hello, Kathy. So anyway, Memorial Day, it is for celebrating those, not celebrating, it is for remembering those who lost their lives in service to keep us safe here in the United States. So those who fought for us in the United States. So everybody, please keep that in mind as you are celebrating tomorrow and today. And then a lot of people started celebrating early and started celebrating today, and a whole lot of people are off from work tomorrow. Casey and I are off from work tomorrow. Awesome. Yeah, so I have Alyssa all day. Hello, Jackie from Jackson, New Jersey. Is that right? Jackson, New Jersey. But I have tomorrow off, and I usually keep Alyssa on Mondays, but because we are officially closed tomorrow, that means I have no measure people out, I have no people in the shop, and I have no installers out. So I'm really off tomorrow, and Alyssa and I are going to go have fun and games out in the sunshine. And since she is her father's daughter, hello, Sandra. Since she is her father's daughter, we'll be using SPF 1 million sunscreen. She doesn't tan like Nona does. But anyway, oh, and thank you, Carol. It is time to get it done. And Karen and I did not get to walk today because she's headed to the beach for Memorial Day. So we didn't get to walk. So my hair's actually clean and it's not up in a ponytail. And hello, Sylvia from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. I didn't know you were from Oklahoma. Yeah. Stranger things, yeah. And Carol has to work. Okay. So one bit of good news I want to tell you all as everybody's coming in, besides the highs and hellos, is, don't know if y'all realize this or not, but it's cherry season. So if you have not been to your supermarket yet to see all of the delicious cherries that are in, that one's trying to fall out of the bowl. Nope, it's in there. Hello, Tag. But it is cherry season. It is also watermelon season. So these lovely cherries were compliments of Publix tonight. Not compliments of, I purchased them. But anyway, I got this and I got 2 things of cut up watermelon. So if you like cherries, if you think you like cherries and you have never had fresh cherries, you're going to love fresh cherries. You are going to love them. Hello, Lacey. Oh, Lacey's out at a Memorial Day family get together, so she has to watch us later. So everybody tell Lacey good night. Talk to you later. Talk to you later. So for anybody that hasn't tried fresh cherries though, oh my gosh, I suggest you get them. It's a short season. It doesn't seem like they are out anywhere near long enough, and Lynn's already got hers. It doesn't seem like they're out anywhere near long enough, but they are out right now, and all of the watermelon is really good right now. It is really good right now, so it is watermelon season. But again, today is Sunday. Hello, Vicki from rainy California. I know y'all are getting all the rain out there. John flew to Colorado last week, and they had to be diverted through, he was headed to Colorado, but I think they had to be diverted like through New Mexico or something because of the storm. So, and Debbie, my Publix has BOGO on watermelon too, so I might have gotten 2 of them. Even though at Publix, I don't know if you all know this or not, but at Publix, even if it says buy one, get one, you still will, if you only get one, you will get it for half price. So you don't have to buy 2. I went ahead and bought 2 because I know Alyssa and I will eat one tomorrow, and then we might have one tomorrow night with Casey and Alan, maybe, when they come to pick her up. Oh no, and Sylvia's gonna have, wait, you're going to have tornadoes for a couple more days. Going to have them, like, not might have them, like you're going to have them, because that, I'm officially terrified for you now. Hello, Irma, and hello, Loretta. Okay, so, yeah, that's freaking me out now. But, so as everybody gets ready to prepare for their holiday for tomorrow, if you're here in the United States, we're going to talk about a couple of things for short-term maintenance later. Hello, Jennifer. But right now I'm going to show you one more thing that I got at Publix, and then we're going to jump right into our workshop as everybody's coming in. Thank you all, though, for being here. Thank you so much for being here and taking time on your holiday to spend it with me, especially those of you who don't get a day off. Again, thank you so much for being here. Okay, and Sandra did what I asked earlier. I said, well, I asked everybody to, in emojis only, to tell me what you're doing for your holiday. So Sandra may not be doing that, but she's got watermelon cherry, strawberry, and pineapple. There you go. There you go. Okay, and Sylvia's driving home and is not getting good reception. It's okay, Sylvia. We'll talk to you later. We'll just keep talking to you like you're here. And thank you, Sandra. This is still last week's nails. Hey, Popsicle, these are still last week's nails. So Casey is a Color Street rep now, and she's official, whatever you call that. But these are still from last week, and I think they do still look really good. They're over a week old now. Hello, Lisa. And if I could pick my foot up high enough, I would show you my toes, because I did a pedicure tonight. And I will tell you, I'm not trying to divert onto a Color Street stream here because this is about WW, but I will tell you, probably my favorite thing, besides the fact that they looked pretty and they were easy, is when I got ready to go walk Dusty after that, I was like, oh, I can put my shoes on. I don't have to sit here for the next 30 to 40 minutes wondering if my toes are dry, because they're already automatically dry. Anyway, this is one other thing that I got at Publix. Oop, and Kathy got strawberries today too, and Irma's loving strawberries. Oop, and Rosie's are looking good too. Good. Rosie, we need to see pictures. I haven't seen pictures of yours yet, but this I got for Casey, the girl whose checkout line I went through at Publix today. Hello, Angelia. She highly recommended this. She recommended it because she can't have any dairy. Hello, Sherry from Connecticut. But she recommended this because I told her I was looking for some kind of liquid creamer for Casey that wasn't made, that was low points, but that wasn't made out of a ton of chemicals. And I know it's backwards, but she said she recommended this one and another one that I cannot remember the name of, but I decided this one. I decided to get this one, but it's called Nut Pods, and this flavor is French vanilla, and it is almond and coconut creamer. It is Whole30 approved if any of you are doing Whole30. Hello, Bitsy. And it is non-GMO verified, and let me see what else. It has no added sugar, no carrageenan, and y'all know I can't say that. Hello, Lindsay. And hello, Barbara from Central Texas. And it's dairy-free. And let's see, it only has 10 calories for a tablespoon. It is 0 smart points for a tablespoon. And it is made out of purified water, coconut cream, almonds, natural flavors, acacia gum, dipotassium phosphate, sunflower lecithin, sea salt, and gel and gum. Something that I can't tell with my glasses, just with these regular glasses on. But anyway, Casey will let you all know how this is, but for 1 tablespoon, it is 0 smart points, and the girl in the checkout at Publix said that when she uses this, she doesn't add any other sweetener to her coffee. So we'll see. I don't put creamer in my coffee, but I know a lot of you all ask. I get a lot of questions about coffee creamer. So Casey's going to try this one out for y'all tomorrow. So maybe we'll do, no, not tomorrow, because we are off tomorrow. We are off from work tomorrow. So probably Tuesday. Yeah, so we will make a full pot of coffee on Tuesday, and in an effort to keep me from drinking it all, we will have Casey try out the Nut Pods coffee creamer. And maybe we'll do it as an Egg Lady Labs. Okay, So last week, do y'all remember what we talked about? Who sat your bottom in a chair? I did. So, hello Abby. So who sat your bottom in a chair last week? So you actually attended a physical workshop and sat in a chair. If you did that, give me a thumbs up. Let's see some thumbs ups. Oh, Loretta had a piece of cake yesterday, a small piece, but she's been so miserable all day. Not because she ate it, and then I'll have to read the rest of it later because it's cut off. It says see more. But if you sat, lots of thumbs ups. And if you're on YouTube, or if you are watching this on the blog on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, or if you're watching this later on YouTube, it's just if you have an egg, or if it's YouTube.com, search if you have an egg, just give me a thumbs up. Let's see some thumbs ups if you went to a physical meeting, and Lynn did both, or if you attended with us here last week, and this is water now. Sorry, I'm gonna choke. If you attended with us here last week or you did both, let's see some hearts. I see lots of thumbs ups and hearts and thumbs ups and hearts, and Lynn does thumbs up heart, thumbs up heart, thumbs up heart. I'm seeing lots of hearts. Lots of them. But if you're watching later, so if you're watching with us live, you can see all the thumbs ups going up and you can see all the hearts going up. You can see all of those. And if you don't know how to do it, ask one of the other ladies because they can tell you how. And a lot of you all are typing them in. Yay! So if you're watching with us later and you can't do the live thumbs ups and the live hearts, just type in a comment. Yep, Janice had to watch the video, but that's okay. You watched the replay. You were still with us. You were still here with us in spirit. So bravo to everyone. Bravo to everyone who sat their bottom in a chair or who attended with us here last week. So last week we talked about opening your mind, and several of you did the homework. Wasn't one of your banner weeks, but does everybody remember this? Your homework last week, the I am, I can, and I will. So we all, not just you, me too, need to open our minds and remember that I am worthy, I am surrounded by wonderful people, I can do this, I can stay on track, I can plan ahead, I can track, and I will, and fill in the blank. So whatever it was going to be. So mine was, I am a happy Nona to a healthy child. I can walk far enough to take her for a fun day of playing in the water. And I can pick up some groceries to go with that so that we can take our lunch with us. And I will take her down to the waterfront. I will take her down to the waterfront here in Knoxville tomorrow. Yeah, so that we can have a fun time. So everyone who did your homework, and Betty remembered, everybody that did your homework last week, more Bravo stickers. Now, if you comment, so when you do your homework, if you go ahead and tag me in it, so on here, so we're on the Facebook page right now, on the actual page, the public page, so you can tag just the @ if you have an egg. Hello, Jenny from Boston. And you'll tag me. If we're in our closed group, you can tag Kelly Green Milligan, and before you get the green typed out, I'm going to pop up. You can tag me there on Connect. You can, Carol's going to be a grandma in October. It's the best gig ever. I highly recommend it. But if you're on Connect, you can tag me as @ScrapandStant2. Anyway, if you tag me, or on Instagram, you can tag @IfYouHaveAnEgg. Hello, Carla. And I will give you your Bravo sticker, and you actually get a little picture in your, with your comment, with your Bravo sticker. So yeah, and Mary gets one. I am worth it, I can do it, and I will make it. Very good, Mary. Bravo sticker. And hello, Renee. So I want y'all to keep doing that homework. I think it's really important. I did not get a chance to make this yet, but I do want to make last week's recipe. I think it sounded really, really good. And yeah, Lynn should know about being a grandma. How many do you have now, Lynn? I've lost count. I have lost count. Hello, Marlene from Florida. So I want to circle back around. I'm not putting this one up because I want to circle back around and make the Thai chicken and coconut soup. Has anybody made it? Because that one even sounds good cold. I mean, it sounds like it would be a good, like it would be a good soup cold. And Janet's going to be a great grandma in November. Yay, that's so exciting. That is so exciting. My mom is so excited about being a great grandmother that she has asked the nursing home to let her start taking therapy again. And so she's been not getting up. They've been getting her up in a wheelchair, and she's been working on her arm strength. And she's asked them this week if she can start working on her legs. So yeah, so I think being a great grandmother obviously is a great motivational, piece. And Lynn has 6 girls and 1 boy. I knew it was a lot, Lynn. We had a customer in the showroom on Saturday that they had 6 kids, and I said, "Are all these yours?" Yeah, 6. 6. Oh, Mindy said one of her friends made it with mussels and she loved it. So she made this recipe that was in your WW Weekly last week. One of Mindy's friends made it with mussels and she said it was good. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Trish has got one grandson age 8, twin granddaughters age 6, and a grandson 22 years. Wow. That is awesome. That is awesome. Okay. So this week, what we talked about. Oh my gosh. Okay. Mary's a grandma. She has 5 girls and 2 boys. Shoo, one keeps me busy enough. Hi, Dale. Dale's from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and it is not Memorial Day tomorrow in Canada, so sorry, you don't get to celebrate with us, but everybody tell Dale hi. It's the first time here with us live, been watching on replay. Yep, Sandra's got 3 grandchildren. Awesome, awesome. Yep, Sylvia's got grandchildren, 4 girls and a boy. Oh my gosh, we're going to end up talking about grandchildren all night. And the one wears me out. Okay, so last week, though, we talked about when to take a weight loss challenge. And let me say, the last time that topic came up, we were in Orlando, so we were with Debbie the last time that it came up. And that's a hard subject to talk about. It comes with much, let's just call it much healthy debate, much healthy discussion, between people. So there were kind of I'm going to just say 2 sides to this, at our meeting. And I think 2 sides to it, really for most people. So one side were people who were absolutely terrified of going on any kind of maintenance, on taking any kind of a weight loss break, because they were afraid that they were just going to lose it, that they were going to go back to, all their old habits instantly, that it was all just going to go down the tube, they were going to gain all their weight back. And so they were terrified of taking a weight loss break. And then the other group of people, and it was weird, we didn't like divide ourselves, into teams, during our workshop. But the others, people said, hello, Kathy. The other side, even though we weren't divided up onto sides, but the other side felt really good about taking a weight loss break, felt that it was a healthy decision, thought that it was a good decision, that it could be a positive decision, during your weight loss journey. There are statistical facts that people who lose their weight steadily, like lose weight, plateau for a little while, and I don't know how long a little while is, so don't ask me, but lose weight, stay steady, lose weight, stay steady, lose weight, stay steady, that they tend to keep their weight off longer and better than people who just go shunk. Because if you just do a really quick, weight loss and you don't take any breaks in between, it's not sustainable, and people get burned out. Anything that you do, if you do it full blast, 100% of the time, and you don't take any kind of a break, if you don't rest at all, you just tend to get burned out. So statistical fact, and I know people that are accidentally taking, we'll talk about accidentally taking a weight loss break here in a few minutes, but see, and Betty's on board. Hi, Ashok or Dawn. I don't know which one. I don't know which one's your first name, but hello. But people who are, that even if they accidentally do, statistically, if you lose some, kind of even off, lose some, even off, lose some, even off, that statistically they keep their weight off longer and they're happier, while they're doing it. So it's just like anything, you have everybody has 24 hours in the day. Even though somebody asked me today, how we get so many things in, everyone, all of us only have 24 hours in our day. But did you notice every day you get a chance to do, you can go, and that's pretty much what we do. We go. As soon as we get up, go, and hardly ever sit down. But you get a chance to sleep every day. So you get a chance to, go, and then rest. And then, when God created the earth, he go for 6 days. And then on the 7th day he rested. Our bodies are made for us to take a break sometimes, no matter what that break is. If it's a mental health break, if it's a weight loss break, if it is and Lynn's exactly right. Lynn says sometimes your body needs to be shocked to start losing that weight again. So I do believe that too, that your body gets used to it, so your body's used to, so when you first start your weight loss program, your body, is used to a certain amount, even if you think that you're eating a lot of calories or you're eating, a lot of food, whatever, your body has become accustomed to whatever it is that you're doing or not doing. You know, exercise is the same way. I don't do the same exercise every single day because your muscles get used to it, and it creates a thing. It's called muscle memory, but it's like a battery too. You know, like batteries. Some kinds of rechargeable batteries. If you don't, you know, let them go all the way down. You know, if you just keep charging them back up, down a little bit, charge down, then they don't, you know, you never give them a chance to rest, you know, and to kind of reset themselves. So, you know, I think exercise is the same way. If you just go the same exercise all the time, eventually eventually your body gets used to it. You're not breathing as hard, you're not burning as many calories, you're not getting as many fit points. So, you know, I think you need to take a break on that too. And by a break, I don't mean stop exercising. I mean, maybe switch to something else, or do like, you know, walking one day, you know, like calisthenics one day, you know, kind of, you know, something to get your blood pumping one day, and then do something that's strength training the next day or whatever. But then I always still do think you should need to take one day of rest. So I don't do anything on Tuesdays. Tuesdays are my weigh-in day. I don't walk. I don't get up and walk in the morning. I don't go anywhere to walk. I don't go to Planet Fitness. I don't do anything except get up, eat my breakfast, go to work, then go to Weight Watchers on Tuesday night. So that Tuesday is my day of rest. But in our weekly this week, and you can get these online. So this is the one, and yes, I know it's backwards. This is the one that I picked up in my physical workshop, and it is called When to Take a Weight Loss Break. And so this is chat number 124 for us, when to take a weight loss break. The last time we had this topic, we were in Orlando with Debbie, and it's, you know, it's kind of a, I don't know, it's kind of a touchy subject. But what they're saying this time, and we're actually going to talk in the second half of the chat, we are going to go in depth about taking a weight loss break. But for this first half, let's just talk about, you know, what was in our workshop. But you can get these online. If you did not make it to a workshop this week, you can go ahead and log on to www.com to weightwatchers.com. And what happens if you just type in www.com? I have not tried that. We might have to try that. But anyway, so when you actually log on to a computer, and these don't come up so great on just the app, but when you log on to a computer, go ahead and pull this up, and you can print it. You might have to print it as a picture first, or save it as a picture first before you print it out. But this is, for us, this is chat number 124, when to take a weight loss break. And this is what WW says about it. You're cruising along on your WW journey, the scale's going in the right direction, and you decide to pause your weight loss efforts. Okay, some of us go, what? Why would you decide to pause your, oh, good night, Alyssa. Why would you decide to pause your weight loss efforts? And then some of us are saying, yeah, we could take a little break. A break, not stop, not quit, but a little break. They say, great, yes, really, great. Choosing to hold steady for a time can be helpful. Why shift to maintaining when you're still planning to lose? Maybe other things are taking a priority, or you want to see how to keep up your healthy habits at a stable weight, which I think is smart to practice doing that before you get to goal, because goal is kind of freaky. I recommend it, but it's kind of freaky. So you need to practice. Let's see, or you want to get used to living in your body as it is now. You know, you want to get used to this weight, and this way of living. Maintenance is a key skill that will serve you well in the long run. Okay, yes, it is. So when you get to goal, when you do get to goal, and you all can get to goal, when you get there, you are going to have practiced this, because it's very exciting, but it's also a little bit scary too. So, okay, so some actions that will help you succeed. Set non-scale wellness goals, like trying a new recipe, getting more sleep. Wouldn't that be nice? Hey, Michelle, wouldn't that be nice to get more sleep? For instance, and celebrate your victories to stay inspired. Stay in touch. Keep coming to your workshop and checking in on Connect. I cannot tell you how important it is to keep attending your physical workshop, to keep coming here, to keep connecting with people on Connect, to stay in your group. So when you take a weight loss break, whether it's, you know, forever because you're at goal, or if it is you know, just a short break, which again we'll talk about in the second half, I think it's extremely important that you keep going. That is why Karen and I went back and 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 back. That's why we went back and back over and over again 6 times. And I think she said that this time, this was our last time, and we've not quit. I think she said either last month or this month will be 6 years that we've kept going steady. Lose weight or not, we have kept on keeping on, and we have not gained back. So I think it's very important that you keep going. The saddest people I see are people who got it, who nailed it, who got to their goal, and then you see them back in a meeting a couple of years later. It's not sad that you see them in a meeting. Super happy that they're in a meeting, but it's sad because they come back and go, I thought I could do it on my own, and I can't, and I can't. Well, we weren't meant to do this on our own. We were meant to do this together. Yeah, we really were. God made us that way. And Janet made a lifetime this week. Yeah, good going, girl. You get an extra Bravo sticker, Janet, for making goal this week. And she says, I will not give up my meetings. Good girl. Hi, Roberta from Washington, Ohio. She's near Amherst. So if John ever takes me up to Amherst, is Amherst where we want to go? So is that near over the Rhine or the Rhine or something like that? Over the Rhine, Roberta, you'll have to let me know because that's where John's going to take me. Okay, anyway, sorry, I got sidetracked. And then, so do and stay in touch. And then honor milestones as you would during weight loss. So that one, if it's going to be long term, so if you've met your goal, or if it's going to be a longer time break, you do need to find some other milestones because weight loss is not going to be your milestone when you're taking a break. So like 2 weeks or a month of keeping it steady, maybe get a new book or get some nice nails from Casey. And keep up the weekly weigh-ins. So I know people think, well, if I'm going to take a break, I know Barbara from Melton Hill Dam. Barbara is camping at Melton Hill Dam, so she's saying hello from Melton Hill Dam. And Betty is exactly right. Everybody needs an accountability buddy. And actually, Casey uploaded one of our 2 T-shirts. One says, I am her accountability buddy, and the other one, and it has an arrow. I am her accountability buddy, and the other one says, she's my accountability buddy. So those are on spreadshirt.com, search If You Have an Egg. Yeah, when we get those up, so those will be pretty fun. But anyway, keep up the weekly weigh-in. So some people think, I'm taking a break. Why am I weighing in? Bye, Barbara. I didn't expect to see you, but oh wait, Barbara, just for you. Hold on, I'll get a sip of my water. This was diet green tea earlier, but now it's a whole thing of water. So just for you, Barbara. Okay, anyway, but yes, do keep up the weigh-ins, and I'll explain that. I'll explain why in the second half of our chat. So what they want us to do is to create a maintenance plan and to carefully consider how intentionally pausing our weight loss could help us on our journey, so not hurt us on our journey. So they're not talking about taking a weight loss break to go just be wild and crazy. This isn't, what's that show called when the Amish people go crazy? Amish Mafia or something like that. Anyway, this isn't, and if any of you are Amish, sorry, but this isn't, about just going wild. It's not about going off the ranch. It's not about just going rogue and just doing whatever you want to. This is about having a smart plan for taking a weight loss break, no matter what that's for. But they want us to consider how intentionally pausing weight loss could help us on our journey, and then decide when you'd start and stop. Start. So when would you start? But they also want us to say when we would stop. So we're going to talk about that in the second half. Do you stop Tuesday because Memorial Day's over? Do you stop March or May? Let's see. May 30, 31 days in May? 30 days. 31. May 31st? June 1st? When do you stop? So they want us to carefully consider when we would stop. And then they want us to create a plan for helping us stay on track if the time comes to take a weight loss time out. So we're going to talk more in depth because I have all the rest of these notes to talk about. But we're going to talk more in depth in the second half, which is actually going to start here in just a few minutes. But your homework, I'm going to go ahead and give you your homework now, but it may make more sense after we talk about the whole thing, because a lot of us are saying, I'm not taking a weight loss break. I'm not ready to take a break. I don't need to take a break. I just started, or I'm in a plateau anyway, or, so planning a break might not seem like sense now, but when we talk about all the rest of this, it will. So what your homework is, and it will make sense after the second half, so you have to stay tuned for the second half. But what we're going to do is to decide when or why we would take a weight loss break. And I'll explain that in the second half, how long it's going to be. So a starting date and an ending date, even if the ending date is never because you're on maintenance, and some behaviors that will help you succeed. So you're going to write down when a time is that you might take a break. And you know what? A time, I promise you, a time is going to come up, and I'm sorry, but a time is, or maybe not, but a time is going to come up that you're not going to plan to take a break, but you're going to have to take a break. So we all of us need to pre-plan for this, because things will happen. And Kim just exactly expressed my feelings from this past 2 months. Kim took a little break last week because her dad had open heart surgery, and she went back and forth to the hospital. She had to do that. So Kim, I hope your dad's doing great. Luckily, that's one of those things that they are like proficient at. It's almost like having your gallbladder out now. So I hope he is doing well, and that he will behave himself. That's the biggest thing to recovery. Okay, so you're going to plan when you're going, when you might do one. So you might be pre-planning one, or planning for an emergency. Yeah, exactly. Betty says like family illness. So we're going to pre-plan for an emergency, how long it's going to be, how long the period's going to be, and then some behaviors that are going to help you to succeed. Okay, so that's your homework. Don't forget to tag me. And for those of you who do consume alcohol, these look fabulous. I do not, so I guess I could make them without the alcohol, but do those not look fabulous? So that was on your weekly this week. Okay, so we're going to take just a quick break to drink a little bit of water, and then, oh no, he's doing great but not behaving. Oh lordy. Hi Tracy. Kim, I'm sorry. I know, that's what the little blue pill is for, and it's not the blue pill you're thinking of. Yeah, so I hope he does behave. He's got to do his therapy too. Okay, so we're going to take a quick break. No, for some reason Dusty thinks he needs to be picked up. But anyway, we're going to take a quick break. Let me get my water, and we'll be right back for the second half of our chat. So hold please. Okay, and we're back. So this is the second half of chat number 124, and it is titled When to Take a Weight Loss Break. So in the first half, we were talking about how important it is to intentionally sometimes take a weight loss break, because it is a statistical fact that people who lose weight, maintain, lose weight, maintain, lose weight, maintain, they do better or more apt to keep their weight off long term than people who just go whoosh, and just lose it really fast. So in the first half, we were just talking in broad generalities, about taking a weight loss break. Last year, and I did not look up the chat number, sorry, but last year when we talked about this, when we had the same topic, we were talking about, it was called intentional maintenance instead of taking a weight loss break. So I don't know if they just needed to change up the term, or if people just needed to hear, that it was a break, or something like that. But I would like to say that, first of all, there's a voluntary weight loss break and an involuntary weight loss break. So a voluntary would be like this weekend. If you're in the United States, it is Memorial Day, and so you might say, hey, you know what, I'm going to be with family and friends, so I am going to voluntarily choose, I'm going to voluntarily choose to take a weight loss break, because I'm going to be with family and friends, and it's the holidays. Hello, Pam. And Andrea is doing that this week. So Andrea is in Maine, I think, with her family, and she is taking a voluntary, weight loss break, where she's not worrying about losing any weight. So not worrying about losing weight is different than the free-for-all, and it's different than, so deciding, hey, I'd just like to come out of this weighing the same. If I could just maintain, if I could just stay the same weight, or just even, just gain just a little bit, I would be okay with that. But deciding not to focus on weight loss is a lot better than just, just take a little break, and deciding to not focus on weight loss is better than just going, nope, forget it, I'm walking off. I don't think any of us wants to intentionally gain any or all of our weight back, even though we do that. We accidentally do that to ourselves sometimes. So voluntary would be deciding to take some time off. Involuntary, exactly what we were talking about, heart surgery, Memorial Day was this. Whoops. I have no idea why Siri was talking to me. But anyway, so involuntary would be something like Kim's dad's heart surgery, or my dad being so sick, or us moving our business and my dad being so sick and my mom already being in the nursing home and you know, that was completely involuntary. Nobody signed up for that. Nobody decided to do that. Sometimes involuntary doesn't always have to be something bad, but we do need to plan for it. And I'm going to show you how to, you know, get some plans going for it. But involuntary doesn't need to always be bad. You know, your husband might have planned a surprise trip. 2 years ago, John planned a surprise 50th birthday celebration for me, and we went to Marineland. We went to St. Augustine and went to Marineland, Cocoa Beach actually, and went to Marineland, you know, for a long weekend. So while I totally would have signed up for that, I would have totally volunteered for that, you know, that was an involuntary time it was a time that I didn't have, you know, I didn't have a way to pre-plan for that. I didn't have a time for it to be voluntary. So I always have to have emergency planning. I have to have an emergency action plan. So it's just like everything else in your life, you know, and it doesn't have to be sad. It doesn't have to be a sad thing like a surgery or a death, or, you know, or like the tornadoes right now, you know. It doesn't have to be a sad thing, you know. It could be a happy thing, but there's two different ways to plan. So for a voluntary versus an involuntary. So if it's a voluntary break from your weight loss, you do still need to make a plan. So you need to know, you know, okay, so is this for maintenance? Is it for maintenance? You know, like, am I reaching goal? Am I at goal? You know, is this for maintenance? Because you need to make a plan, you know, of what you're going to do. If it is, you know, short term, you know, you may need to make a different plan. If it's, and you need to change your app, which I'll show you how to do in just a second, but you still need to track. If it's voluntary, even if it's voluntary, you still need to track, okay? If it's involuntary, you already need to have your emergency action plan in place. So if you don't have your emergency action plan in place right now, you're already too late. I'm just kidding. You can do it right now. So let's talk about involuntary first. Involuntary, have your action plan, have some things prepared, have an emergency kit, you know, just like you would have for your house, or like people who, okay, so the people that are in the tornado area right now, those of you who are used to being in tornado areas, you wouldn't dream of not having flashlights, you wouldn't dream of not having batteries ready, you wouldn't dream of not having bottled water, some foods that are non-perishable, you know, a place to go. You would not plan, you would not dream of entering tornado season without a plan of action. This is exactly the same thing, So whether it's happy or not happy, you've got to have some things in place. I'm going to show you a couple of things that I keep. One of them I'm super excited, and this is for your emergency action plan, okay? You've got to keep some of these things in place. You have to have a plan for what happens. Hello, Stacy. So like, what happens if a parent has to go to the hospital? Do you have a bag packed? I always do. I always have a bag packed. My backpack, which is my work backpack, always has snacks in it. It always has a perishable snack that's sturdy, like an apple or a banana or a clementine or something like that. And then it'll have some assortment of the snacks behind us, just so that I have something to eat. Now, I might still choose to go off the ranch, you know, just depending. But at least if I have something with me, I have a much better chance. I also have a phone charger packed. I don't ever want to be in a situation where my phone is going to die. I have something to do. I've got something to take notes with. I have extra change. I've got extra dollar bills, even though fewer places take money now. I know Casey always has an emergency book packed with her, you know, just in case, because until you've spent the night in ICU, you don't realize how much you need these things. But part of your food emergency plan, always have a bottle of water with you. If you can't, well, and I have my Nona bag is packed too. The Nona bag that Kim got for me is packed, and so she's got non-perishable snacks in there. She has a change of clothes. She's got diapers. She's got an empty cup and an empty bottle, and then I have the milk things for her, which I don't have one of those over here to show you, but it's Horizons milk, so that if we're out somewhere and we don't have anything, I've always got a juice something with us. I've always got a bottle of water in hers. But here are a couple of things that you can pack in your emergency one, and these will work in your voluntary plan too, but these are great for the emergency one. First of all, I was super happy to see this today. Y'all know how much we love these for camping and for going to Disney, but the Jif to go, it's 8. Here, I'll open it so you can see how big they are, in case you've never seen these before. But they have these now at every grocery store that we go to. I used to have to go to a specific store to get these, but look what they have now. So these are 8. If you eat the whole thing, it's 8. If you eat half of it, it's 4. But if you're stuck in ICU, if you're in the basement waiting on the tornado to go by, just go ahead. You might want to go ahead and eat the 8. But they have crunchy now. Crunchy. Yeah, they've only ever had creamy. Crunchy now. Super pumped about this. But this is always in my emergency pack. This is in Alyssa's pack now because she's big enough to have peanut butter. So that's always part of my emergency pack. We always have some kind of snack bars, some kind of healthier snack bars. This is one that John likes. I think these are kind of small for the points, but these are 4 smart points. And everybody will eat these. Chocolate chip, I mean, there's nobody on the planet that doesn't eat these. And you know what, in an emergency, or if you're stuck in the car, or let's say, you know, if you get stuck in traffic, or like John and one of the guys were got rerouted to New Mexico on their way to Colorado. So it was great to have a snack like this. These are 4 smart points for one. These 2, this one, the protein one, these are 2 smart points. And I looked for some of the Fiber One brownies, the 70 calorie Fiber One brownies that are just 2 points now. My store didn't have them yet. So sadness. But anyway, the protein ones are really good. They're a little bit chewy. I'll open these and show them to you too. They're a little bit chewy, so I'm not saying that in a bad way. It makes it feel like some more food because it takes you a few minutes to eat them. So they're small. See, they're not very big. They're only 2 points. They're that big. They're only 2 points, but they're a little bit chewy, so it takes you a little while to eat them. These do keep up really well. They don't melt like some of the other bars do. And then this one is from Publix, and this one is an almond cranberry flavored chia bar. This one does have 2 grams of protein. You know, I didn't check. This one has 10 grams of protein. Remember, we were talking about protein a couple of weeks ago. And the Quaker Chewies, have 1. Surprisingly, they have 1 gram of protein. But things like that are great to keep in your emergency bag. So a bottle of water. So if it's involuntary, you've got to be prepared. You have to already be prepared. And Lynn, all I can find are the 90 calorie ones too. I know someday we'll get the 70 calorie ones, but involuntary, you've got to already be prepared. You have to already have your bag. And you know, I put them in a bigger Ziploc bag. So I've got gallon-sized Ziploc bags everywhere. And they've got all that stuff in there. So they've got hand wipes, you know, like the ones that we take camping. They've got hand wipes, they've got sturdy fruit, they've got snack bars, they have little packs of pretzels, they've got little packs of things, you know, and everything in there has the number on it, has the Smart Points number on it. So that is part of your emergency bag. Okay, that's for involuntary, or sometimes voluntary, because it's easier just to grab it and go. So we discussed voluntary versus involuntary. Now you've got to decide, how long is this going to be? Okay, if it's involuntary, you may not know. So I had no idea that we were going to be so overwhelmed and obsessed, consumed, whatever, for a little over 2 months. Had no idea, none. So it was involuntary and it lasted over 2 months. If it's involuntary, you are not going to know. You're not going to know how long. You just may not. You just gonna have to hope for the best. Like the tornadoes. Can't believe y'all are still having tornadoes. So I would have said, like here in Tennessee, East Tennessee, that would have been like 1 evening and we would have been done for, I don't know, maybe the season, you know, but we just don't have them like that. So if it's involuntary, you may or may not be able to decide on the, you know, the length of time. So you may have to make some other plans. One thing that I would tell you, we're going to switch to the WW app real quick. One thing that I would tell you about your emergency plan, so do yourself a favor, go to your WW app, go down to the very bottom, restaurants, and look. I'm sorry, Casey's sending me a text message. Go to the very bottom to restaurants, and do you see here where it says Smart Points? Click Touch Smart Points. And see where it has 0 to 1, 2 to 4, 5 to 7, 8 to 10, and 11. So you need to be making yourself a list. So from these restaurants, you know, because if it's an involuntary one, there is a high chance that you're going to end up eating out a lot. So if you go ahead and go, like pre-plan this, you know, go ahead and go and find some of these. So go ahead and say, hey, you know what? If I get stuck out if I get stuck out somewhere, I know I'm going to want something more than a 0-point food, or maybe I've already got 0-point foods in my, hello Kimberly, or I've got, 0-point foods in my bag, or already, or whatever. But go ahead and find yourself some things, that are lower points, so that you can have them in your emergency list, and things so that when you're, consumed and overwhelmed and whatever, and again, I'm not saying that it's bad, but usually that's when it is, that you can say, if somebody says, hey, I'm running to Wendy's, what do you want? You can say, just give me a small chili. It's 3 smart points. Or if they're going to, let's see, Chipotle, you can say a Chipotle salad bowl. It's got chicken, beans, corn, fajita veggies, and salsa. 3 smart points, so that you know. And Betty's got her list on index cards. That's awesome, because I'm telling you, if you ever have to spend the night in ICU and somebody asks you what you want, fortunately the last time through, actually that one was for my mom. I had my emergency bag, I had my water, I had everything I needed, and my brother was going to go to the vending machine and get me something to eat or pass out, because that's all he knows to do. That's the only way he knows how to take care of people, is to go get them things. So when he said, what do you want? I have my list. I have my list of index cards, but I was so overwhelmed that in the moment I said, I don't know. I don't know what I want. I have no idea what I want. And thank goodness Casey already knew, and she mentally knows this. So she came back with a bag of, I think it was pretzels, a bag of pretzels and a bottle of water. My brother would have brought me Skittles and a Coke or something, that would have been his plan. Okay. So anyway, involuntary, have your emergency plan ready. Okay, voluntary, you need to decide how long this is going to be. So is it going to be short term? If it's short term, something like Memorial Day for Americans, for this Memorial Day weekend, if you're going on a short trip, if it's just going to be a family get together, if you're, whatever. So if it's going to be a short term thing, if it's just going to be like a few days to a week, a vacation, like if you're going to Disney or something like that, then short term, you need to decide. If it's short term though, go ahead and decide now, when am I starting and when am I ending? So Memorial Day in the United States is tomorrow. That is one day. If you stayed up all night, it would be 24 hours. Most of us, whether we meant to or not, started our Memorial Day Friday night or Saturday. That's Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That's 3 days, not 1 day. So you need to decide, if it's short term, when is it going to start and when is it going to end? And when it ends, so like let's say that it's Memorial Day, let's say that Memorial Day weekend. So we're like, let's just say the week of Memorial Day. So Accountability Buddy Karen is headed to the beach as we speak, and her family is going. They started packing today. So vacation started today. That started today. Well, now she's got to decide, when is it going to end? Does it end when they come home on Saturday? Does it end on Sunday? Does it end the day after they get home? Does it end on Tuesday, because that's weigh-in day for us? Does it end on Wednesday, because that's the day after weigh-in and that's technically the first day of our week? Does it end on June 1st? Because, well, if I've already been, for a week, then what's a couple more days, and then what's another week, whatever. Well, my gut tells me that she's going to start again. Her cutoff date is going to be Saturday, because I know her. She's cleaned out her refrigerator before they left, because she does that. She's smart like that. She's smart like that. She doesn't come home to grossness. But I know she's already cleaned out her refrigerator, so my heart says that her end day is going to be Saturday, because when she gets back on Saturday, she's going to go to the store and she's going to get right back on track. So it's going to end. So set a start date and an end date. And what's going to happen to say that's it? Because we all have family members, even some of us are the family members, who will let it linger on and on and on and on and on. I'm going to suggest that if it's a short-term thing, especially like if it's vacation or if it's party, like Memorial Day, celebration or whatever, that you still try to track. Even though you're going to have some triple digits, even though you're going to have some things that you don't know how much they are, if you have a family reunion, you're just going to have to do the bites and guesses, and we have lots and lots and lots and lots of chats prior to this one that talk about. There's one called On the Road Again. There is an eating out. I think there's 2 eating out ones. There's a snack one. There's all kinds. There's one about the index card. So you can be ready with that. There's all kinds of chats way before this one that can get you ready for this. But I would still try to track, even though you're going to have some 100-point days, even though you're going to have some days over, still try to track. Go watch some of the chats or listen to some of the chats on your headphones where we talk about guessing, like how to guess on, a bite of something, like if again, like at a family reunion or whatever. But if push comes to shove, if this is the best you can do, my philosophy, especially when we're in Disney, is 2 on, 1 off. So try to, if you don't have much control over anything, this is a short term only, try 2 meals on plan. So like when we go to Disney, we have almost 100% of the time have breakfast at the RV, at the camper. So I have control of my breakfast. I know what I'm having. I know how many points it is. We've already bought it. It's already there. It's already in the refrigerator, whatever. So that's one of my on. And then my second on is either either at lunch, standing in line waiting on rides, because y'all seen my backpack one where I pack for Disney, or it's, for dinner. But I've planned for that, so 2 on track and then have 1 off track. What I will say about that is if you do 2 on and 1 off, you are much more likely to not go berserk for the one that's off. Also, if you've had 2 that are on, the one that you're having that's off, I don't know, I feel full faster, and I feel like, oh, I need to cut off, faster. I don't tend to let myself get sick because I'm really, really bad about eating so much that I feel nauseous then later. And I've missed too many events. Not doing that anymore. But so that's for a short term one, 2 on, 1 off, and kind of keep it down. But that also lets you have, a little treat. Like there are some things there at Disney that I don't get anywhere else, like a oh, it just left me. I know what it is. Hold on, a Dole Whip. So I can't get a Dole Whip anywhere else. So I always make sure that I save a little bit of room for a Dole Whip. So anyway, 2 on, 1 off for short term. I'm going to say there's a midterm one, and a midterm is when you just need to take a break. You need to take a break from weight loss. You need to relax. You just need to take a break. So it's not a special event, but you're not at maintenance yet, but you've either been at a plateau, you've either been like this for a long time, or yeah, Debbie's exactly right. Orlando, Debbie is exactly right. 2 on and 1 off, and focus on 0-point foods also. That's a great one. But a midterm one, I'm going to say, is it's not short term, it's not a vacation, a holiday, a family get together, whatever, but you're not ready for maintenance, for real maintenance, but you've either been at a plateau for a long time, or you're just tired, or you know that your body's getting used to the same old. So you've either been doing this, you've either been flatlining, or you've been doing this, but it's just not going anywhere. I would suggest taking a short midterm, just going to call it midterm break, weight loss break. That is not a free-for-all. That is not I didn't just give you a card to go do whatever you want to do. That is add back a little bit of points. And when I say add back a little bit of points, okay, I'm not talking eat Skittles for supper every night. I don't know why I keep picking Skittles, but we're going to go back to the app again. On your app, you're going to go to you, which is up here. Once you go to you, find you, you're going to go to this little cog up here, the little like cog, and then you're going to go to, hopefully you can see this, the top one under settings. It's called food settings, and the first one says, let me get over here, maybe y'all can see it better over here. Okay, so the first one says, oh come on phone, it says current focus, weight loss and healthy habits. So with the current focus of weight loss and healthy habits, my daily target is 23 smart points and my weekly target is 28. I have rollovers on because I want to roll over my extra points. Swapping, I don't swap. I personally do not swap any of my activity points. And then it says, are you nursing? I am not breastfeeding. Okay, but let me hopefully get this where y'all can see it. Okay, so right here, current focus, weight loss and healthy habits. Let me see if I can touch that. Okay, switch it to healthy habits. So that's what you would be on if you were on maintenance. And now look, my daily target went to 28. So my weekly target stayed at 28, but my daily target went to 28 instead of 23. So if you switch, let me switch it back before I forget, because I want weight loss right now because I'm above goal. But you get 5 extra points a day when you're on maintenance. So if you are doing midterm, if you're doing a midterm break, if you just need a little break, you've been doing this, or you've been doing this and not going anywhere, taking a little break, go ahead and switch your app to the Healthy Habits. Healthy Habits only, not weight loss. It's going to add back 5 smart points a day. You can kind of just, just relax a little bit. Don't relax too much. Don't go crazy, but set a... Melissa wants to know if you can switch in the same week or must you wait until your next week. No, you can switch in the week, but just don't switch back and forth. So like my week starts on Tuesdays. So I could switch today being Sunday, I could switch today, and today's already done. Well, it would show the 28 for today, but it would show 28 for tomorrow and 28 for Tuesday, and so on. But still track. It's going to give you 5 extra points a day so that you can just relax a little bit, so you can breathe just a little bit. This is not a free-for-all. I did not just write you a hall pass, to go do whatever you want to do. Put an end date on it. So unless this is an involuntary break, put an end date on it. So just say like when I'm having one of these kind of weeks, I'll take a break for 1 week, for 7 days. And 7 days is not 7.5 days. It's not 8 days. It's not on a week that I already know that we're going to be doing something else, because I don't ever take a break on a week that's already going to have any added stress, whether it's fun stress or bad stress. So just pick a week. I do it for 1 week. I would not do it for any more than 2 weeks. No way. Because in my opinion, 1 week, I'm full. I can get right back on the next week. 2 weeks, I'm going to start to get dicey. So I would still, name it. Name it whatever you want to call it. You don't have to call it gave up for a week or whatever. Just taking a break. Or what is it the kids say when they don't go, so like when they leave high school and now when you don't go to college immediately, what do they call a gap year? So you're going to take a gap week. So let's call it that. You're going to take a gap week. You're just going to chill. You're not going to focus on weight loss. You're just going to focus on staying the same, for that week. So take a gap week, but name it something. Put a time limit on it. Say when it's going to start and when it's going to end. Do still track. Do still weigh in. So even though you may have had a weight gain, it's okay. It is okay because you chose a gap week or a gap 2 weeks. But go ahead and weigh in, and do stay on Connect, do stay on here, do stay in all your groups, stay up with everybody. You're just not worried about losing weight for that time period. Okay, then long term, if you're going to do a long term one, long term is when you're on maintenance. So long term, the only time you should be on long term is either, something pretty dramatic would have to be going on in your life, for you to do this for a long term. I'm talking more than a couple of months, because mine was like a little over 2 months. That I don't consider long term. That's still midterm. But for long term, that's going to be you're at goal and you're going to be on maintenance, or like if you're going to be, traveling somewhere where you're not going to be able to do this, for like a year, like if you're going to work somewhere for a year that you can't possibly, keep doing this or whatever. But for long term, you're not going to be setting an ending date because it's long term. Hopefully it's forever. Hopefully you're going to be maintaining your weight for the rest of your life. What you need to do instead is to set an action weight. So you're not setting an end date, but you need to set an action weight. You need to say, don't say like, okay, if I hit 135 pounds, I'm going to freak out, or 155 pounds or 185 pounds, I'm going to freak out. Pick whatever your goal weight is, pick a number that if you're off of that number, that you go, oh, whoa, something's going on, and don't make it too high. Like my original action weight was 5 pounds. Well, by the time I get to be 5 pounds over goal, it's really hard. You know how hard it was. Any of you that have lost your weight, that have lost all of your weight, whether you've done it once, twice, thrice, forever, whatever, that last 5 to 7 pounds is like, it is impossible. Not impossible. Just kidding. I didn't mean to say impossible. It is so hard to get off. So my old action weight used to be 5 pounds. My new action weight, 3 pounds. 3 pounds. So if I creep up to 3 pounds over goal, I go, whoa. We got to get back on track here, sister. We got to go back to week 1. We got to get our index cards back out, or something. Still track. I still track. I've been at goal, or I've been on maintenance since December of 2014, whether I'm at goal or not. I still have to track. I have to track. I do when you're at goal, when I'm at goal and when I'm within my 3 pounds, I do switch it back to maintenance. I do switch it back just to the healthy eating. I am over because of the situation, you know, with my dad and, you know, and everybody. Hello, Tara. Situation with my dad and everything, you know, and I just decided to go on, you know, midterm maintenance. But I am over goal, so I've switched it back to the weight loss one, but I would switch it to that because it's going to automatically put in the 5 extra points for you a day. You're still going to get your weeklies. It's still going to roll over. It still does, you know, everything just like that. When you first go on maintenance, the scariest thing is to try not to lose weight. It's so weird because I accidentally lost because I was scared to go on maintenance, so I accidentally lost like 5 more pounds. You know, that's the weirdest feeling. Do still weigh in. Go to your meetings, go to your workshops, come here, stay online, stay in your groups, stay on Connect, stay. And if you're having trouble, you know what? Where better to go? So if you're struggling, if you know, like if you've hit 4 pounds and your action weight was 3 pounds, what better place to go than to your workshop or to here? Because we know, we get it. There's nobody else on the planet that you can go talk to. You can't go tell your doctor because your doctor's going to go, I told you should have lost weight. You can't go tell your mother-in-law because she's going to say the same thing. You can't go tell your boss because he or she's not going to care, most likely, unless I'm your boss. But you know what I mean? Come here, go to your workshop. There are people every single week who come back to our workshop that are embarrassed because they gained their weight back. Guess what? Done it 5 times. 5 times. Yeah, no better safe place to go if you're struggling than there. Do stay on Connect. Do still connect with people. Do stay in touch. I do celebrate. I do recommend weighing in. Yeah, good or bad. Good, bad, or ugly. Weigh in. You know what? Not weighing in doesn't change your weight. Just doesn't change it. And it just really helps me to keep, you know, focused. And thank you, Betty and Mary. I'm glad it's helpful. And you're going to have to find some other milestones to celebrate. So that is the weirdest feeling when you get to goal. Everybody's like, yeah, you did it. You're at goal, you know, way to go. And then the next week they say, well, how much did you lose? And you go, oh, well, nothing because I'm at goal. And they go, oh, okay. And then the next week, well, how'd you do? I stayed the same. Then the next week, how'd you do? Handful of people, I stayed the same. Oh, okay. You know, and people they stop asking. And then you're like, oh, there's nothing to celebrate. There's lots of things to celebrate. Like I celebrate the fact that my Apple Watch never have to go above the 4th little thing. I celebrate that every time I click it. I think, yes, you know, did not have to go to the 5th one on there. And Susie says, I'm always worried that I'll sound negative if I confess that I'm struggling. But Susie, if you're confessing to us, that's not negative. That's what we're here for. Now, I will say there are other groups that, Lord have mercy, seriously, Lord have mercy on them. I wouldn't say anything good or bad because I've said good things and gotten jumped before. So, but our group, that's why our group is a safe place to go. That's why our group is a safe place to go, because you can come tell us. We know, we've all been there. We know it, we've done it. But find some other milestone, you know, like you're into your whatever size jeans, or Christy has her shorts, her teeny, my Christy has her teeny tiny shorts that she's wearing now, you know, so she needs to celebrate. Every time she sticks her little thin legs into those little tiny shorts and buttons them up, that needs to be a celebration. Okay, so we've got voluntary and involuntary. Everybody gets that, right? And you're exactly right, Pam. Nobody's perfect. And if you think you are, you got to get out of our group. So everybody understands voluntary versus involuntary. And this is one I will try to type up because it's a lot of words. It's a whole lot. It's a lot of words. There's short term, midterm, and long term. You need to make an emergency plan. You don't know. I'm not wishing anything bad. I'm wishing all exciting things for you, but you never know. So you need to have your emergency plan. I do want to show you real quick. This is totally off topic, completely off topic, but I wanted to show you while you all are just absorbing that, just digesting that for just a second. The bowls that I got at Big Lots, people were asking how big they are, and I want to take this moment to show you how big they are. So this is let's see, Cheryl calls this a half bowl. I was calling it the little, you know, thin bowls, whatever, the little short bowls. Look at these, so cute. If you have a Big Lots, $3 $3, and this is what everybody's making those really cool deconstructed salads in. Okay, I know that was totally off the subject, but I forgot to show those to you all earlier. Okay, because I had gone to Big Lots yesterday. Okay, so everybody knows what their homework is, right? And let's see, Melissa says, I want to know people who have done this struggle because that means I am on the right track. Hello, hello, hello. Me, if nobody else. I promise there are other people here, but if no one else, me. Yes, again, six-time repeat offender, and I still struggle. I still have to track every single day. I am on my WW app every single day. And Debbie, is that a spaghetti bowl? Okay, I've never had a little shallow bowl like that, but anyway, okay, so y'all know what your homework is. Your homework makes more sense now, right? Because your homework was when or why you'll choose to maintain your weight. So yeah, Kim, we all are. You never get over this. This is not something that you get cured of, but staying here with us is like getting your booster shot. It's like getting your booster shot. Yeah, you're gonna be great. You're gonna be great. So this will make so much more sense now, your homework. So your homework was when or why I'll choose to maintain my weight. I think if you make your emergency action plan, I'm going to consider that planning when you will choose to maintain your weight, because then you'll be ready for when it happens. How long you're going to aim to maintain. Debbie, Orlando Debbie. Yeah, we all are. All of us together. So we're all struggling together. How long I'll aim to maintain. So if you can plan it, go ahead and name that. Go ahead and make your emergency short-term, plan, and then a behavior that will help you to succeed. So if your behavior is to plan one of those little bags, if it's to plan one of those emergency bags, if it's to have stuff stocked in your refrigerator, if it's to go ahead and look on your app, if your plan is to go ahead and look on your change your app to the healthy eating, or the healthy eating only. Focus on healthy habits. If you're going to go ahead and change that, or if you're going to go ahead and go on your app, if you're going to go down here to, to restaurants, and you're going to go look at by smart points, and you're going to go ahead and make that list, that counts. That counts. And Debbie, I know, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry with your job issues. I know, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, and I don't know what to tell you to do about that. All I can say is this last 2.5 months has stunk to high heavens. But you know what? It got better. So it always gets better. So anyway, you know what your homework is. Do it. Do your homework so you can get your Bravo stickers. Let me see if Dusty wants to say goodnight. Dusty? He's like, well, I was taking a nap. I was already saying goodnight. Don't forget, it is cherry season. I highly recommend them. Oh, come here, buddy. Ugh. But do your homework. Everybody have a great week. I hope you will go to a workshop this week. And if you're struggling, I hope you will reach out to someone else who is struggling, because I know we can all do this together. Yeah, and I know you know, Debbie, but I know we can all do this together. So just take this big furry face as you are awesome and you can do it. And y'all have a great week, and I will see you next week. Everybody stay safe tomorrow. And remember, if you're from here, happy Memorial Day tomorrow, and if you're not from the United States, happy Monday. Good night. See y'all later. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, wherever like is, and don't forget to subscribe, and right down here is the Spreadshirt thing if you're watching this on YouTube later. Good night, everybody.